The Tiger I, officially known as the Panzerkampfwagen 6 Tiger Aus. Is one of the most renowned tanks of World War II. Developed by Nazi Germany, it was a symbol of technological innovation and military power, combining formidable firepower, thick armor, and an imposing presence on the battlefield. This essay delves into the development, design, combat performance, and legacy of the Tiger I, exploring why it has become such an iconic vehicle in military history, development and production. Early development. The origins of the Tiger I can be traced back to 1937 when the German Army initiated a program to develop a heavy breakthrough tank. The aim was to create a vehicle capable of defeating heavily fortified positions and enemy armor. Initially, two companies, Henschel and Amp, Sohn and Porsche, were tasked with developing prototypes. These early designs went through several iterations and were influenced by the experiences gained from the early stages of World War II, particularly during the invasion of France and the subsequent encounters with Soviet armor during Operation Barbarossa. Prototyping and selection. By 1941, it became clear that the existing Panzer III and Panzer IV tanks were insufficient to deal with the new Soviet T-34 and KV-1 tanks. This spurred a more urgent push for a heavy tank. In April 1942, both Henschel and Porsche presented their prototypes, the VK4501 respectively, for evaluation at Rassenburg. The Henschel design, ultimately designated as the Tiger I, was selected due to its superior reliability and production feasibility. Porsche's design, although innovative, suffered from significant mechanical issues. Production. The Tiger I entered production in August 1942 at the Henschel factory in Kassel. Initial production faced several challenges, including supply shortages and the complexity of the tank's design. Despite these issues, around 1,347 units were produced from 1942 to August 1944. Each Tiger I required extensive resources and labor, making it an expensive endeavor for Germany, which struggled to maintain sufficient output rates compared to more mass-produced Allied tanks. Design and specifications. Armament. The primary armament of the Tiger I was the 8.8 cm KWK-36L56 gun. This weapon was derived from the famous 8.8 cm Flak 36 anti-aircraft gun, known for its accuracy in high velocity. The KWK-36 could penetrate up to 100 mm of armor at a range of 2,000 meters, making it highly effective against virtually all Allied tanks of the period. The Tiger I also carried two MG-34 machine guns for secondary armament, one mounted coaxially with the main gun and the other positioned in the hull for infantry defense. Armor. One of the most distinctive features of the Tiger I was its armor. The front hull was protected by 100 mm of armor plate, while the sides had 80 mm, and the rear 80 mm as well. The turret had similar protection with 100 mm at the front and 80 mm on the sides and rear. This heavy armor made the Tiger I nearly impervious to most Allied tank and anti-tank weapons at the time of its introduction. However, the thick armor also contributed to the tank's considerable weight, which influenced its mobility and mechanical reliability. Mobility. The Tiger I weighed approximately 57 tons, which posed significant challenges for its mobility. It was powered by a Maybach HL230P 45 V12 petrol engine, producing 690 horsepower. This engine allowed the Tiger I to achieve a top speed of about 45 km za on roads and 20 km za cross-country. The heavy weight also necessitated a robust suspension system. The Tiger I utilized an interleaved road wheel suspension, which provided good weight distribution but was complex and difficult to maintain. Crew and ergonomics. The Tiger I had a crew of 5, a commander, gunner, loader, driver, and radio operator/machine gunner. The interior of the tank was cramped, particularly with the large gun breech taking up significant space. Despite this, the ergonomics were relatively advanced for the time, with a well-organized layout that facilitated effective crew operation. The commander had a rotating cupola for enhanced visibility, and the communication systems were considered advanced, improving coordination during combat performance. Initial deployments. The Tiger I saw its first combat action in the Leningrad sector in late 1942. Early deployments were challenging, with mechanical breakdowns being common due to the tank's complexity and the harsh conditions. However, when operational, the Tiger I proved formidable. Its ability to engage and destroy enemy armor at long ranges was unmatched, and its thick armor provided a level of protection that gave it a significant advantage over Allied tanks. Notable engagements. One of the most famous Tiger I commanders was Michael Wittmann, whose exploits became legendary. Wittmann and his Tiger I played a crucial role during the Battle of Villers-Bocage in 1944, where he single-handedly destroyed numerous British tanks and vehicles in a surprise attack. This engagement highlighted the Tiger I's capabilities in the hands of an experienced crew. The Tiger I was also prominent during the Battle of Kursk, the largest tank battle in history. Despite the eventual German defeat, the Tiger I demonstrated its prowess in tank duels, where its superior firepower and armor allowed it to dominate the battlefield. However, the battle also exposed the logistical challenges of operating such a heavy and resource-intensive vehicle. Challenges and limitations. While the Tiger I was a formidable tank, it had several limitations. Its mechanical reliability was a significant issue. The complex suspension and heavy weight led to frequent breakdowns, especially when traversing difficult terrain. The high production cost and extensive resources required for each unit also limited the number of Tigers that could be fielded. Additionally, the tank's heavy weight restricted its mobility and made it difficult to transport, particularly over bridges that could not support its massive weight. Legacy and influence. Post-war analysis. After the war, the Tiger I was extensively studied by both Allied and Soviet engineers. Its design influenced post-war tank development, particularly in terms of firepower and armor protection. The lessons learned from the Tiger I's strengths and weaknesses informed the design of future main battle tanks, such as the Soviet T-54-55 and the American M60 Patton. Cultural impact. The Tiger I has left an indelible mark on popular culture. It has been featured in numerous films, documentaries, and video games, often portrayed as the ultimate tank of World War II. This portrayal, while sometimes exaggerated, reflects the tank's real impact on the battlefield and its enduring legacy as a symbol of German armored might. Surviving examples. Several Tiger I tanks have survived to the present day and are displayed in museums around the world. One of the most famous is the Tiger I-31, which is preserved at the Tank Museum in Bovington, England. Tiger I-31 is notable for being the only working example of its kind and has been used in various media productions to depict the Tiger I in action. Conclusion. The Tiger I was a remarkable engineering achievement that combined powerful weaponry and heavy armor into a single platform. While it had significant drawbacks, including mechanical reliability and production costs, its impact on the battlefield was undeniable. The Tiger I's legacy endures, not only in its influence on subsequent tank designs but also in its iconic status within the annals of military history. As a testament to human ingenuity and the brutal realities of war, the Tiger I remains a subject of fascination and study for historians, engineers, and military enthusiasts alike.